Colombia said no to one of the most controversial men in the Passport Bros movement.
Breaking news, everybody. Guess what's happening? Another passport bro has fallen. I repeat, another passport bro has fallen. Mr. Don P has been denied entry into Colombia. On top of that, they have put his face all over the Colombian news. Let's get into it, and we're going to discuss things about what's going on with the whole passport bro world in Colombia.
Colombia said no to one of the most controversial men in the Passport Bros movement. Migration authorities blocked the entry of influencer Don Paisanos, accused of promoting tourism for sexual exploitation and offering packages to foreigners in the country.
Someone gave up their spot for the Flower Festival from August 3rd to August 10th, the most crowded festival there. I need to fill the spot, so if anyone wants to go, let me know. If you are in Atlanta, Florida, or Texas, I can give you a very good price for the Flower Festival.
The invitation seems harmless, a foreign influencer promoting the most important festival in Medellin. But according to official investigations by Migración Colombia, behind that tourist advertisement lies a much darker reality, the alleged promotion of trips for the purpose of sexual exploitation. The man was identified by migration authorities as one of the founders of the Passport Bros movement, accused by the agency of promoting this type of tourism through social media. With that information, Migración Colombia activated an alert before his arrival. As soon as he landed at the José María Córdoba airport.
Now, keep in mind that on the news, it was also reported that Chil Capo was also detained and removed from Colombia for having these type of parties, that he was promoting sex tourism. And that's what he was removed from the country. Now, when I was doing a live with Mariah Sincere Travels, he came on there trying to get on the live with me, and I didn't want to speak with him at that time. I was tired and I was full of caffeine.
In Rio Negro, he was denied entry and sent back. This decision was adopted following prior work by Migración Colombia that established evidence of his alleged promotion of tourism for sexual exploitation. This is not an isolated case. Controls have also reached two other influencers this year. First was Kizzy Redbeard, denied entry due to reports linking him to the alleged promotion of private parties for foreigners in Medellin. Then came Chil Capo, deported after an investigation that, according to Migración Colombia, established he was offering tourist packages for apparent sexual exploitation purposes and even spreading tips on how to evade authorities. The figures show where the focus of the problem lies. This year, nearly 150 foreigners have been denied entry to Colombia for this reason. 107 of them in Antioquia, where Medellin concentrates the majority of alerts for this phenomenon. At Migración Colombia, we have a clear message. Our country will not open its doors to those who intend to promote or facilitate the sexual exploitation of women, girls, boys, and adolescents. Meanwhile, the fight continues to close the doors to those who use social media to sell an image of Colombia that has nothing to do with tourism, but rather with the exploitation of vulnerable women and minors.
Yeah, so please keep in mind that there was a man by the name of Fitzroy George who went on my YouTube channel supporting Casey Redbeard, saying that they are saying bad things about him and that it's all a lie.
Casey Redbeard. También habría participación de menores de edad. Según Migración.
By the divine intervention of God, I saw him on Facebook defending Mr. Casey Redbeard, even though news sources have stated that there has been confirmed that there were probably underage minors. No, that there were underage minors at his parties. And then he was saying that, go ahead, you can send Migration Colombia after me. But then when I saw him on Facebook, this is Facebook right there, he changed his name from Fitzroy George on YouTube to T Malicious, I think. And he says, oh, well, you got to be careful because something that he has a girlfriend. I can guarantee you that his girlfriend in Medellin does not like Casey Redbeard. Casey Redbeard was removed from Colombia, not only because he was promoting parties with underage minors, but then after he left, he went to cause problems in Brazil, and the Brazilians did not want him either because he says that he likes younger girls. On top of that, he wanted to state this to say that Colombians have lower IQ. And yet when he tried to return back to Colombia through Bogota, I think it was, he got detained. And this is Mr. Fitzroy George, which after I caught him because it's a public forum. Now he wanted to say, oh, he's going to get a lawyer after me, that I'm lying. I simply copied and pasted what he said, and I posted the video. Same thing with this other person right next to me, Mr. Silky Johnson. Now, Mr. Silky Johnson, he himself, on the other hand, he supports Chil Capo, and like you said, right, like we all saw right here on RCN, which is like literally one of the biggest and oldest news stations in all of Colombia. I mean, growing up with it is probably since my father's time. They were saying that he was deported because he was promoting sex parties. Mr. What's his name here? Silky Johnson. that is his screen name on YouTube, he was supporting Chilcapo. He was saying that Chilcapo was set up, and he was saying that the government is corrupt, and he was saying all the most horrible things about Colombia, how, you know, we beat our women, how we have a lot of violence, but then at the same time, he's fighting with my commenter saying that he's in Colombia right now, he doesn't want to leave. This is why I have many times, I have tagged Migration Colombia, because I want people to see his face, because he was very smart enough to put his Instagram account on his Facebook on his YouTube profile. And this is him right there. And are the type of people that are supporting these passport bros. And let's look at this third person right here, Mr. I Troll Passport Bros. Mr. I Troll Passport Bros has commented, literally admitted many times on both in the comment section and also on video on YouTube, saying that he travels to Colombia for sex tourism. And he actually made a video about me. I don't get it. If you go to Colombia, and he uses vulgar words, if I F a prostitute, this is sex tourism. And I went to Google, and I gave him the little definition. Okay. And he tried to blur his face and saying that he went to Colombia to travel. Many passport bros, and not just passport bros, but sex travelers who go to other countries, okay, they will use that as a way to cover themselves, to say that they go there for travel, because none of these people go to Colombia for travel. I have said many times, each region of Colombia is it's like a different country. They have different music, different cuisines, different forms of thinking, different ways of talking, different dialects, and they don't know these type of things.
Walking, hey, turn that, go! Walking calm, then it flip. Beat kick in, lose your grip. Head not slow.
You gotta come with me to Medellin, June 23rd through June the 30th. I'm the master party. It's the mansion party.
Earlier in the day, I was getting reports from different people saying, "Hey, you know, he was denied entry. Can you check to see if he got deported like Chilcapo did?" And at that moment, none of this was news. Like Colombian immigration didn't put anything out, but he did put out a video trying to cover for himself, say, "Oh yeah, you know, I just went over there and they returned me. I'm back in Panama now," and stuff like that. Let me show you the beginning of his video.
Along with a lot of other men in Medellin, Colombia. Now, I wasn't given a specific reason why I was denied entry, but I was told that there's something going on for Flower Festival where they basically are not letting as many people in, and I've been to Medellin a lot. Now, I got there a couple of days before the guys are set to be there so that I can get everything together for them. The good news is I have an excellent team of about 6 people there in Medellin, so they're taking up the mantle and everything is going to go smoothly, just like it would go if I was there. Obviously, I wanted to be there for Flower Festival with the guys.
Let's be honest with each other. Let's be honest with each other. Does he look like he will be in the flower festival like this, something traditional like this? Look at these kids. Look at these older people. Does he look like he is the type of person to be part of this flower festival with this traditional garb, with this traditional attire? Does he look like he will be interested in this type of art and culture? That's Paisa culture. Paisas, for those who don't know, in Colombia are country folk of the coffee region. Not just any country folk, country folk of the coffee region. Does he look like he wants to engage in the culture of country folk in the coffee region? Come on. Let's be honest with each other. Who are you trying to kid?
But guess what? They said that I couldn't enter the country. Now, they brought me to a room and they checked my bags, nothing. They checked my phones, nothing. So then I asked them, I said, well, why am I being prevented from entering? And they said, well, we have some reports. And I said, what kind of reports? Well, they're anonymous reports. Well, let me see the reports. Well, you can't see them. They're anonymous reports. So then I guess they looked me up and they came back and they said, oh, you're famous. And I was like, no, I'm not famous. They said, well, you have a lot of followers in your community. And I was like, yeah, I have a good number of followers. So then I guess with the combination of things, they sent a mayoral police officer out there. I guess he reports directly to the mayor of Medellin. And he asked me some questions about the company. He saw all of the reservations. He was like, okay, so this is a legit company. And I was like, yeah. And then he asked me for references, which I was happy to give, professional business references and other references. And he said, well, a final decision has not been made yet to not allow you in. We're going to try to see if we can get you in because you bring a lot of business here, you employ people here, and you do a lot in the city of Medellin. And I said, that's fine. So they went away, talked, but then he came back and he said, ultimately, even if we want you to be able to come in, it's immigration's call, right? So a little bit after that, I had a representative come and said they booking me a flight back, that they're not going to allow me in, but I'm not banned from the country, but I can't come to Flower Festival. So I said, okay, I mean, it's your country. It is what it is. So they booked me a flight on Copa Airlines, who I flew with, right? But it went from Medellin to Panama. And then I just came from Medellin. I'm in Panama right now. And the issue is the flight doesn't leave until 8 o'clock in the morning. Now, I can't leave the airport. I got to stay here, which is fine. This is a really nice airport. And I got plenty of stuff to do. There's a lounge that I can go to. So I'm going to be fine. But I wanted to say this because I know that those anonymous reports are coming from my competition. There's a group of people in Medellin that don't want people who are not in Medellin to build businesses and have companies. You know, the immigration guys were really nice. The police, awesome, no problem. It is what it is. They said that Flower Festival is a big event and they're kind of tightening up if people have been there a lot. And I've been there a lot. And it wasn't just me that was there. And they did the whole video thing with me. I wasn't arrested. I wasn't charged with a crime. I wasn't accused of a crime. But I guess politics is politics. So they're trying to show something that they need to show. And because I have a lot of followers, guess what? I was perfect for it. Now, that being the case, where do we go from here? Trips to Medellin is still going. I have a solid team there. So anybody that wants to book to Medellin is good. However, whenever I face an obstacle in life, I always look at it as an opportunity for me to step up. I'm about to expand the map. We're going to go Africa. We're going to go Eastern Europe. We're going to go multiple other places in South America. I already have a 10-year visa for Brazil, but we're going to open up Sao Paulo, Brazil, not just Rio, but also Sao Paulo, Brazil. We're going to open up a lot of new places for trips. So guys, you DM me and you tell me where you want to go, and we're going to expand this map because I got Medellin, Cartagena, Cali, Colombia. I got a team that can run that with their eyes closed. Let's expand the map because I don't look at situations like this as a negative. I look at them as an opportunity. It must mean there's more out there. So we're going to go chase after those opportunities.
So Mr. Don P. Sounds had been known online to promote these type of parties, that he will take people to Medellin, people to Cali, people to Cartagena in groups of 20, 30, 40, 50, offering these vacation packages in which they will go for, going to parties. Now, here's the thing, people, as a Colombian, he was saying that he would take into parties, drinks, women in bikinis. That's not culture. Okay, Colombia is a country with a lot of variety, a lot of landscape, a lot of different types of music. You don't see them in the Cathedral of Salt. You don't see them, like paragliding. You don't see them with the indigenous people. There's like 60 different indigenous groups, 90 plus indigenous languages. And you could do what is known as ecotourism, which you can go with them, live amongst them. They cook for you, do all kinds of things. You can go to the desert in the northeast or to the central regions. You can go to the Amazon. You could do so many different things. You could do to museums, ancient monolithic cities that are like a few thousand years old, but they don't do that. You travel all the way to Colombia to listen to the same music. And I'm not saying that is bad, but why are you going to go listen to rap in Colombia when Colombia, that's not our local music? That's not what we listen to. You understand? It doesn't make sense. It's like me going to the United States and just listening to Colombian music when I was on vacation. It doesn't make sense. If I want to learn North American culture and music, I'm going to go to the museums. I'm going to go to the music festivals. I'm going to go to try different foods, the fairs and everything else, but they're not doing that. So once again, to finish off, I just want to say that this guy supposedly was going to go to Festival de las Flores, the flower festival. I guarantee you he knows is next to zero what that is about. Who are you trying to kid? Who are you trying? You guys think that we're stupid. You're not trying to kid nobody. All right. Once again, this is Ray Condor signing off. Thank you very much. If you made it this far, please like and subscribe. I'm going to try to see if we can push out some other videos because I have been traveling around Colombia doing other things. And yeah, I wish you guys the best. All right. Have a good one. Have a good night. God bless to everybody.